なアルとマイクみたいになりたい。でも電話してくれない。オークランドとブックレンドから世界チャンピオンバーチャルプローズ始まるよ。バーチャルプローズ。
To my motherfucking man, 50 grand, the alcoholic man, inject a tall can in his bloodstream if he can. Biggie Smalls, the 50 stroker, MC provoker, chocolate tie smoker, huh? I like to max and Maximas and Acuras. Your girl butt cheeks, I'm smacking, huh? The raw rapper, spine snapper with the little, cause on my lap, a shot, the ball, I ain't your fucking comforter. And if I ever fall in love, I bet I'm fucking her. Ask the if I didn't choke her. If she try to front, then I drop the chunky book.
Episode 47 of the Virtual Pros Podcast. My name is Al, aka Henny Omega, aka the Big Al Boski, aka the Bandman, aka Bougie Nagata, aka Two Phone Scorpio, aka Playboy Hardy. And with me, one half of the Holy Scheming Army, one half of Blemolition, one half of the Heavenly Thotties, my main oos, Mike.
Hey everybody, it is Mike, aka Crack Saber Jr., aka Violent JJ Dillon, aka Takoyaki Honma, aka Sticky Fuji, aka OG Rocky Johnson.
Today's topic, Summershame 2017, the fourth installment of the best bet in sports entertainment. Hit us on Instagram and Twitter at VRTL Pros. Hit us on iTunes, leave a review. Hit us on SoundCloud, hit that heart, you know I like it. And if you haven't already, download that Bloody Disgusting app. Have that entire VRTL discography in the palm of your hands. And if you want to participate, hit us at virtualpros64@gmail.com. We got a couple emails. Mike, do you mind starting off?
Sure. Do you have company or something? It sounds like you're whispering, Al.
Does it?
Well, do you just sound calmer than usual? You drink some calming tea, drink some chamomile before the show?
Got in my zen a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't sound tired. Maybe it's just my headphones. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I think we read this already. Do we read? Yeah, we read from Casey. This is all old. Sorry. I'll catch up.
Starting off with Joe, I think. No, wait, RTF.
No, we read that. Damn, Jim. Yeah, we read that last time. Yeah, cause I talked about the Nikolai Volkov video, and that's that's in there. So James is the first one. Hey dudes, the topic is heckling. Hey dudes, not sure if you've addressed this previously, but I've been at a couple shows recently where some high quality heckles were heard. First, TK Cooper was wrestling and someone yelled, show him what a guy in cactus overalls can do. I'm still not sure if he was supposed to be supportive or disparaging. The next was during a match between some local guys. Heckler 1 says, you look like my dad. And then after a pause of about 10 seconds, Heckler 2 says, your dad's a cunt. So my question is, what are some of the best heckles you've heard in wrestling? And have either of you ever produced one of you're particularly proud of, aside from both these guys? Also, I recently picked up a band's demo tape, and the insert had some kissy lips on it. I can only assume that Virtual Pros is responsible for kiss cards creeping out of Joshi and into the wider world. Keep on being influencers, and maybe people will start chanting both these guys at two-piece musical groups. Love Jimmy, aka the Power Bomberman poser, aka El Ingobernable de Partes des Conocidas, aka X-Pac X, aka the Rated X Superstar Straight Edge, aka I made Hiromu a mixtape and now look at his jacket. Coincidence? I don't think so. I don't really remember any good heckles. There's usually like a lot of stand-up comedians that evolve that have like some routines planned. And, sometimes those are pretty funny. I think the only one I had myself where like the wrestler actually got a little, like perturbed or whatever was, at that Tier 1 wrestling when me and Welf and Daniel went to go see, and Joe, when we went to go see, Pentagon versus Matt Riddle, there were this tag team. I don't remember who they were, but they looked like fake punks. Like they just looked like dudes who shopped at Hot Topic. And like, I said, I don't know what the context was, but I was like, yeah, man, we all heard the Misfits too. And like and then he called me like fat and ugly, but it's just like, whatever, dude. Like you look like a fucking clown. But I forgot what the tag team was, so I can't give them credit.
Well, I'll talk about it later on, but I went to NXT Sacramento last Friday, and Killian Dane was wrestling friend of the show, Cassius Ohno, aka Chris Hero. And I don't know if you know, but Killian Dane has some pretty weird underwears. He has like the black underwears with the tassels. And so he had Cassius Ohno in a headlock, and it was kind of quiet. And I was on one, mind you. So I yelled, "Nice panties, Killian." And then some guy followed up with "Got him," and it made me laugh pretty hard.
That reminded me when me and Daniel went to NXT a couple years ago. It was when Baron Corbin was still in NXT, and we were pretty close. We were like, not the actual front row, but like the bleacher seats front row. So we're still pretty close to the ring. Yeah. And, Daniel has a loud voice, and Baron Corbin, I think it was like a tag match. So he was on the apron, and, his pants were creeping down, his weird steampunk pants. And Daniel yelled, "Pull up your fucking pants." And like Baron Corbin turns around and he's like, "Shut up," or whatever. And then he turns back around, and then like 30 seconds later, you see him like start nonchalantly trying to like pull up his pants so no one else notices. Yeah. It was pretty great. It was that's actually the most amazing heckle I've seen, actually.
That's a pro move. Good job, Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Next up is from Justin. Thanks. Yo, my dudes, thanks for putting everything together yesterday. That shit was wild in that bitch. If y'all weren't doing the beat up, I probably would have just gone to Evolve and complained to myself about seeing Yehai Kincaid for the 23rd time. Oh, mind you, my man Justin here is talking about Once in a Lifetime, which I think we'll probably talk about, right?
Yeah, I have a feeling that the Summershame segment's going to be pretty quick, so we might as well go long on that.
Yeah, so, Justin, he saw a lot of crying and moaning on the timeline this morning. Fuck that shit. Seeing Onita in that type of venue with that atmosphere was some bucket list shit. 7 hours in the whip, those fucking tolls, the ungodly smell of body odor when I came inside from smoking out John at intermission was worth it. Mike, you're hardcore as fuck for taking that chair shot to the face. Glad you got to taste. Oh wait, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to incriminate you. Al, thanks for listening to my ECW stories. Hope that water helps you revive yourself after your nap. Thanks again, guys. Hope we can do it again sometime. Keep flipping that work. Justin will talk about it later, but that bottle of water saved my life. Thank you so much, dude. Much appreciated. You got next.
I didn't really get to talk to Justin as much as, I would have liked to, but we're meeting tons of people. So thanks for helping me out with those vitamins, Justin. I was, very appreciated.
One of the coolest guys I met that night. I won't even front. Justin, you're a cool motherfucker. Thank you.
Yeah. Next up is from RTF. It's whoop whoop, of course, because that's the subject of all his emails. Mm-hmm. What up, ninjas? Was great chilling at CZW. He was also there. Shot Glass was there in the flesh. Virtual Pros, and RTF is surely a force to be reckoned with. How about that weather? That shit was the real once in a lifetime MVP. Anyway, this week's question is super important. Who is the greatest actual animal in wrestling's past? I think I'm going to have to go with the Komodo dragon Ricky Steamboat would bring to the ring, only because they are wildly dangerous. Imagine if that shit got loose and bit a kid. I get Jake the Snake. I get it. I get Jake the Snake had Damien, which was a huge fucking python, but at least that dude was in a bag for the most part. Also, fuck Coco Beware's dumbass bird he brought to the ring. I hate that shit. Anyway, much love. Hope to get fucked up with you soon. Shot Glass, aka Hoke smokes for the rights of every man Blogan, and aka Fart Gun. As far as my favorite animal, oddly enough, I think I'd have to go with, Matilda from the British Bulldogs. I don't know why. I just remember. Yeah. Was that yours too? Yeah. I don't know. For whatever reason, I was really into Matilda.
It's that, and it was such a great nickname, British Bulldogs. I like the alliteration, but you can't be slandering Frankie out here. Come on, man. Frankie was cool.
I don't know. Like, I was gonna say, I don't think I hated him as much as Shot Glass does here, but I always, I'm sure maybe it was the case. I don't know, but like that bird always looked really scared to me. Like it was like really not into what was going on. So I was always like, wouldn't say I felt bad for it, but I was just like, this isn't a good look. Like they should maybe get a happier bird or something. But like I said, I think that's what parrots look like. So I don't know.
Yeah. Matilda is the goat animal. No question about it. Next up is an email from Joe, titled question. With Ric Flair in the hospital and in a coma, it got me thinking, what wrestler deaths, if any, would you need to take a day off work early or a day off at least? Mine would be Terry fucking Funk. I'm not going to do any AKAs. I've been drinking for the last 3 hours. Sent for my iPhone. Good work, Joe. Man, I don't know. Probably one of the Joshis. If Kairi Hoja passed away, I might need to take a long lunch. How about you?
Joe is our friend that went to Chicago with us. He's not one for the internet, so he had a lot of trouble sending this email. He was telling me he told me at I don't know, 3:00 that he sent it, and it didn't show up until 7 or something. So, but anyway, I think I said it on the show before, but I think when Bobby Heenan finally passes, it's going to be pretty rough for me. And, I think that's really the only one. I can't think of anybody else outside of Bobby Heenan where I'm going to be super bummed out about it.
Tanahashi? No? You love Tanahashi.
No. I do, but it's not it'd have to be somebody part of my childhood, I think, for me to have any kind of feelings towards. And luckily, wrestlers are idiots, so they've all died already from my childhood. Bobby Heenan's still kicking around though, and I think he's the best talker in wrestling of all time, so it's just gonna be a real bummer. Yes, it's bad wrestling tattoos from Rob. Hey guys, with the recent news of The Rock covering up his terrible Brahma Bull tattoo with an even worse thing, it got me thinking, who's the best wrestler with the worst tattoos? For my money, it can't get much worse than Dick Togo's single barbed wire band around his bicep. Thanks, Rob, aka Shinya Trashimoto, aka Loser Brody. Man, this is tough. There's always Icarus's tattoo, but he's not a person I would say is a favorite of mine, so I wouldn't really put him up there, but he definitely has the worst tattoo in wrestling, which are really horrible angel wings. Leo Rush has some questionable tattoos. Who else?
I think for me, I had Chris Jericho because I think he has a dream catcher on his arm, and Chris Jericho is one of the best of all time to do it. But if you got a dream catcher on your arm and you're not Native American, I could be wrong, mind you. A little weird.
Didn't fuck. Was it fucking Big Show that had a shitty tattoo, but then got it covered up? I feel like he had a real shitty tattoo at one point.
He has a bear paw on his arm, right? Or something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know he got that crazy lion, but I feel like that's covering something up. Michael Cole had a really bad tattoo that time he was in that match with Jerry Lawler. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it was
that
very
actually might be a bear paw. I'm gonna look this up right now.
Yeah. I just remember it was very much a tattoo you get when you're 16 years old. And it was probably the embarrassment of his life that he had to it had to be seen in front of millions of people at WrestleMania, but he should probably get it covered up.
He has hearts on his arm. Yeah, Michael Cole looks like a schlub with these tattoos. Check him out. They're pretty funny. Is that it? That was it, right?
Yeah. Unless you have more to add to the tattoo talk.
Not really. Okay. So we'll start with two-man scramble. I got 3 topics. 2 of them are kind of it might take a while to talk about, but the first one's pretty easy. Hiroshi Tanahashi, he recently cut his hair. 1 to 10, how sad are you?
I'm pretty sad about it. It's a real bummer. He supposedly did it for a movie. Yeah. I don't know what kind of movie would cast him and be you gotta cut your hair, man. So I think it's kind of bullshit, but maybe it's not. Really, what movies are you gonna fucking, I don't know. I don't understand what movie he would be in where they would be okay, we're gonna cast you, but you just need a normal haircut. Just fucking cast somebody else that's not Hiroshi Tanahashi then. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sad. I'm not gonna name names, but I posted that picture several places and a lot of people just thought it was 2 different people, and that's racist. I just want to point out that that's very racist, so shame on you, all of the people who are I don't get it. What are these 2 guys doing? Is it their t-shirts? And it's no, it's the same guy and he cut his hair and it's the most devastating news in wrestling this week. But, thanks for being racist.
It's at least a 9, man. You can't, weave that, colored braid anymore in that hair. He just looks like a mom. Kinda sucks.
Yeah. Also, maybe, he's growing old gracefully. He's 40 years old. Maybe he's just growing into it.
He was 40, but that hair made him look like 26, dude. He was so hot. Also, I've been meaning to ask you, WrestleBay Hall of Famer Makoto, she also went short. You think it was an upgrade or a downgrade?
For me, she's She's right below Asuka for me. She can't do any wrong. She's just, no, I think she looks fine with short hair. She might even look better, I think, actually.
I think it's an upgrade. She looks better.
Yeah. Yeah.
My next topic, G1 thoughts. What do you got? How'd you feel about it overall?
Oh, I thought it was really great. It's ruined wrestling for me for a couple weeks where I couldn't even, like, last week, Lucha Underground had, like, a pretty brutal match last week with fucking Mil Muertes and Sami Callihan. And, you know, everybody's talking about how brutal it was. And then I watched it and it was like, you know, after watching 4 days of G1, and I was like, this is not brutal. Like, you know, there's some brutal parts, but like, it does ruin you watching like 5 matches a day of people just slapping the fucking, like their faces off and just like crazy shit. And, yeah, I mean, that last match was great. I didn't think, there's some people that said that the Okada Omega match was better than one or the other of his other matches, but I thought that was like the least good one out of the 3. Yeah. Maybe that's just me, but, yeah, I thought Naito Omega was fucking amazing, of course. I was watching it on a train and like the train stopped and I just like hung out in the subway until like it finished because I just wanted to see it. I did not watch, Tanahashi Naito because I found out who won and then I just didn't care, but yeah, overall it was really, really, really good.
Yeah, speaking of Tanahashi Naito, I watched that alone in the lunchroom and I made sure, to have the laptop face a wall so no one could, walk by me and watch me, watch wrestling. And then I pulled the move where I dimmed my screen really low so the reflection wouldn't be so apparent in my big glasses that I was watching TV. Like I was really fucking paranoid about it, but I had to watch it. Also, like, I stayed off social media, like, for maybe half the day. Like, I think I got on, like, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I just didn't have time to watch it. So, it was worth it.
Yeah. I will say, speaking of that setup, when I was watching the final on the train, there was a cute girl sitting next to me and I was like hiding it at first. And then I was like, man, this woman has seen some fucking way dumber shit than a man watching wrestling on his phone. Like, it can't be that bad. So I was just like, whatever. But, so maybe I'm becoming more comfortable with being a shameful asshole. I don't know, but yeah.
I'm going full brightness on this. I gotta watch this. I don't know. I just had like this fear that Tanahashi was gonna win, but I'm so glad that my man can still cook. My last topic, last Friday, I went to WWE NXT Sacramento. I got really fucked up, Mike. Like, I think I had like 4 tall cans and I was just going for it. I don't know why. I just felt the type of way. I got tore down so much so that like the next day I was checking the hashtag NXT Sacramento, thing on Twitter just to see if there are any videos of me because I know I was screaming the entire time at like Authors of Pain. Like telling Razor to get up because he was like taking a nap outside. Like I thought someone was going to record me talking like that. Also, I was doing like pretty aggressive rap hands to Tino Sabatelli's entrance. So much so that he noticed me and he was like, yeah, talk that shit. Even though he was like, man, what a weirdo. So that was kind of funny.
Whatever. He probably made his day, man.
Yeah, dude, Tino. Oh, so I was wondering. So it was a 6-man tag. That was the main event. And the entire time he got his ass whooped. And so I think I figured out why he hasn't made TV. And I think it's because he can't do any moves. Like,
maybe, I don't know.
Up. So, like, I don't think he did anything, like, offensively. So, I don't know. That's my theory why Tino Sabatelli is a world champion, because he can't do any moves. But yeah, I forgot that, like, sitting ringside, like, it really enhances your, like, live experience tenfold. So, yeah, shout out to listeners Carr and my real oos Mike for buying me those seats. You guys are very appreciated. The main topic I wanted to get to regarding NXT though is that I DM'd friend of the show Chris Hero, aka Cassius Ono, and I got some panics about it because like I don't know, man, I'm still a fan. I still kind of respect quote unquote kayfabe, and so I was talking with Carr and Mike about like how I should introduce myself or like what's my greeting. And so, like, let me get your take first. Do you say, hey, what's up, Chris? Hey, what's up, Hero? Hey, what's up, Cassius? Or hey, what's up, dude?
I don't know.
What's the worst? I think Cassius is the worst. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I met him, but it was before he was Cassius Ono, so I didn't have to call him that. I usually just say dude. I'd probably just say, what's up, dude? Like, I'm the, like, in that situation, I always feel like I'm the embarrassing one because I'm always like, hey, I'm Mike from Virtual Pros. And like, saying that out loud sounds real dumb. So like, it's just like, hey, I'm the fucking guy from the internet. And like, I don't know, that just sounds like real. So I never even think about it the other way around. Like, what you would call somebody that's, not really their real name and it's not their real name. But I think as long as, you're not meeting him as an actual dumb fan that like just wants an autograph. So yeah, I think it's fine to just call him Chris.
I went with, hey, what's up, dude? It's, I didn't say it's Virtual Pros. I pulled that move with Vinny Massaro. I was like, hey, it's Virtual Pros. And he like kind of smirked and he's like, hey, it's Snoring Elbow. And I was like, this is like the weirdest conversation ever. But, Cassius Ono, real cool dude. We took a photo. I had some content for the Instagram. So, all in all, a pretty good time. Probably like one of the better NXT house shows I've been to for sure. That's all I had.
That's cool. I actually uncharacteristically only have one other topic besides talking about CZW. I had a very busy last 2 weeks with Al here and just like life. So I haven't really been making too many wrestling hot takes in my mind. Although there was a controversial subject. And this kind of also ties in with CZW because, that it's kind of like, not to get too into it before we talk about CZW, but it's really changed my perspective on things of, like being in a live audience while people are tweeting negatively about it. And you're just like, no, man, I'm here. It's cool. Like, it was just very weird to see that happen. So anyways, outside of CZW, last weekend was the big Progress. I like to call it Progress because it makes me sound smarter instead of Progress. Progress sounds like what a yokel would say. I'm going to say Progress. So Progress was here.
Yeah, I spell color with a U instead of like the COLOR because I'm so fucking, articulate and everything.
They were here with Evolve and they did it in Queens at this place called Elm Court Center. I've never been there. I've only seen like photos and video of it. Looks like a real odd basketball gym type of venue. And I guess during Progress, it was very packed. It was very hot. There was no air conditioning. And apparently by some wrestling journalists out there, they oversold this place by 500, which seems a bit far-fetched. Because 500 is like a whole other venue. So it's like trying to pass it off as oversold is like a lot. So, but either way, they oversold the place. It's supposed to be really hot. There was reports of people fainting. There's reports of people fainting. There's reports of like supposedly somebody pooing themselves from the heat.
Yeah.
And like, so it was real weird because like, again, my first thought after being at CZW and seeing people tweet negatively about something we were having a fun time at, I was like, these pussies, like they're probably just being like, they're overreacting. But then, I get reports from people that were actually there that are just like, yeah, dude, it was super shitty. Like, it was super bad. I've been to like hot shows before. Like, this is ridiculous. And it made me think, I have an embarrassing story. I still haven't decided if I should tell it yet. Cause I just like, on one end, it has nothing to do with wrestling. But on the other hand, I have a feel like I want to keep this streak of me telling like an embarrassing story every few episodes. Yeah. And I promised myself I'm not going to be embarrassing at wrestling anymore, not do anything embarrassing anymore. So I'm going to have to call stories from other places. So maybe I'll tell this story, but either way.
People love it. You should tell it now.
Okay, so I will. I'll tell it. But it has to do with poop, and I just don't like talking about poop. But I'm going to talk about it. Never mind,
don't tell it. Forget it.
It's not. Yeah. But anyways, like, I was thinking about it. So yeah, there seem to be two sides of people on the internet. And again, I wasn't there, so I can't judge myself, but there was a side that were like, oh my God, the horror, the humanity. How could they do this to people? How could it's like they're killing people, blah, blah, blah. Just people like completely being super dramatic about this. Also that weren't there. And then, other people that are just like, no, man, you gotta pay your dues, man. Like, I remember being at this thing and it was 7,000 degrees and we loved every second of it. And so there seemed to be like two camps of people on the internet that were like that. And I thought, personally, I thought to myself, so when I was really small and started going to like hardcore shows, like really, really young, I just dealt with stuff like that. Like if it was super hot, if it was like 100 and some degrees in a venue, I was just like, whatever, this is fun. I'm a kid. I have this freedom. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. And it was like a fun time. And then when I got older, like when I was in my 20s, I was in bands. And then it was like, I'm only doing this if I have to play. Like, otherwise, like, unless you're my favorite band, I'm not even watching you in a hot room. So now, at this age, if I was like, I don't care how much I fucking paid. If it was to the point where people were passing out and, it was like that uncomfortable, I'm out. Like, I don't fucking give a fuck. I don't care if that makes me a pussy. I can recite to you my entire resume of being in hot rooms if you need me to. But, there's nothing keeping me in a room that fucking uncomfortable. I don't care how much the money was. From what I've heard, from what I've gathered, it wasn't as bad if you had like seated road seats. It was just the people in the general admission, like the cheap seats that were being burned alive, I guess. But either way, before I tell this embarrassing story about my own hot room story, what is your take on this, Al? What would you do in this situation?
Yo, like, if I'm not having like a comfortable time, like it's a sunk cost to me, then I'll just bounce. Like,
yeah,
I've never really gotten yet why do people give a shit about stripes like that? Like, I'm not impressed that you stayed long enough to be uncomfortable. Who cares? That doesn't make you a stronger fan than me. I think I'm smart enough to just bounce if like I got ripped off. It's okay to take the L like that. But people that like think that it's impressive that you stuck around like these shitty shows, like that doesn't make you a better wrestling fan in my opinion.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not saying there's a right side either way, but I am saying it's okay to be uncomfortable and admit it, but it's also okay. It's also okay to not act like it's the end of the world if other people are fine with it. Everybody has different internal body temperatures, so some people are fine with that shit. There was probably fucking weirdos in there wearing like coats and shit because people are like that. People are fucking weird. But yeah, to get to my own embarrassing story. So this also made me think, I was like, what is like the hottest room I could remember being in? And I remember, I'm not sure this was the hottest because I was at some real hot shows when I was a little kid, but like, I remember, my band played a show at the Waterville at VFW, and it was this VFW in upstate New York. And, it was like, we played there quite a lot, and like, it was always like a hot room, but like, whatever happened this day, it was fucking disgusting. Like, it was to the point where, cause you know, there's like a few hundred people there, there's bands, there's constant movement. So it's just like, the whole time, there's just puddles on the floor and people like wiping the floor down just from being so hot. And like, it was just fucking gross. So like, most of the show, I just stayed outside because it's like, I don't need to play. I don't need to be in here. This is disgusting. But unfortunately, I was really hungover. Like, I was super duper hungover and I was young. So I wasn't like the hardened man I am now where I could handle things as well. So I was like, I sang in this band for you people who don't know this history of Mike. I sang in this band. So, the whole time I'm like, I really gotta poop, but like, I don't want to do that in a public place because it's disgusting. But at the same time, I was just like, if I open my mouth and scream like one syllable, it's just that's a wrap. And that's way more embarrassing than pooping in public. Okay, so we just had some technical difficulties, so if I repeat any of this story, I'm sorry, but shit happens, man. If you want us to have better internet, you gotta donate to that Patreon, and then you get the quality internet. But anyways, no, so I was at the show, I was playing the show, it was fucking super hot. It was gross. It was the grossest, hottest place I've ever played a show at. It was disgusting. And so I was hungover. And I was just like, I'm not the seasoned vet I am now, so I was just like really not dealing with it well. And I was like, I have to poop because you know that you get some bad bubble guts when you're hungover. Sometimes I was drinking tequila all night, and I just I was like, but I sang in this band, so I was like, first I was like, I'm not gonna poop because pooping in public places is disgusting, especially a hot, fucking disgusting show with like one bathroom. So then I was like, but I sing, the first syllable I scream, it's just gonna come out. Like, there's no way I could hold it for like a half an hour of screaming and jumping around. So I was like, I gotta do it, because pooping your pants is way more embarrassing than just pooping in a public place. So I did it. I did the job, and, it was, I'm hungover, so it's not the most pleasant smell. And like, since it was so hot and there was no circulation in the whole place, like the whole place just smelled like that. And everybody there was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck happened? Like, and I was just like, so embarrassed. I was like, the one time I poop in public, and it's like a thing, and like I can't tell anybody, like I can't be like, sorry, that was me, but because then everybody would hate me. But it was just like, it was real bad. So the point of that story is, unless you have to be there and it's really hot, it's just fucking dope, man. No one's gonna judge you. No one cares. So yeah, that was really what.
Listen, that's my biggest like hang up about New York, is because you savages don't have the seat liners like we do in California, where it's a law. I do not understand how you guys operate without seat liners in public. Not like I take shits in public anyway, but if I had to, I like that option, dude. What's going on here?
I mean, for what it's worth, usually if you're in a place, where you might actually have to poop, there's probably a seat liner, like at work. But, if you're just in a public, like if you're in a fucking McDonald's, like, you shouldn't be doing that anyways. You should wait until you get,
it's fucking
home.
Punishment?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, so the hotel I stayed at was like a really nice hotel. Like they had like cucumber waters in like the lobby, but the public bathrooms didn't have any like seat liners. And I was like, what's going on here?
That's because crazy. They want you to wait till you get to your room.
It's too much.
So yeah, we went to CZW. Al came all the way over to the side of America to come to CZW once in a lifetime. Onita versus Tremont. Did you actually want to talk about other stuff, or did you want to just talk about the wrestling?
We'll cover it now, I guess. I had a really good time. Mike and I and, friend of the show, Doan. Our big special dinner was Chumley's. What area of New York is that, Mike?
That was in the East Village.
Yeah, so that dinner was actually super good. The highlight of that dinner was, I miss Vrtl, bros, dude. I'll be honest with you. The highlight of that dinner was we got, for me at least, we got oysters, and like there was like some kind of like avocado puree. And since I'm a California guy, I was like, we got to get that. And that shit was super good. How did you feel about your burger, Mike, and the overall experience at Chumley's?
I will say, overall, I agree with you that the oysters was probably the number one of the meal, which kind of sucks because it's just like, we even got like terrine, which is like basically foie gras mashed up. It's just like a fucking very decadent pate. And, I think the number one for all of us is the goddamn oysters. And that's it's like a real cop out. But at the same time, I'm not like a super oyster dude. And the oysters I've eaten in my life are all from New England, and they're all just kind of like, they taste like they're from New England. Like they're very fishy and like, not fishy, but briny, I guess the word would be. But they just have that taste to them. So I just eat like salt of the earth oysters with fucking hot sauce. But these Hot Boys oysters were something else, man. They were like transcendent. My burger was okay. I think Al got the crab thinking it was a crab pot pie. And me and Dylan got burgers and I think all three of us all just wanted the cod, but we were all too afraid to order it. And, so the burger was good. It was $28. I don't really care that it was $28 because the place was so fancy, but it's supposed to be one of the best burgers in New York. And it was really, really good. Like for the next day when we went to Onita, we went to Wayback Burger, and I purposely got a burger just so I could be like, yeah, this is what a cheap cheeseburger tastes like. Now I remember, and now I could really appreciate the Chumley's burger. So it was really good. It was really fucking good. But if you had $30 to spend on a burger and you had to choose between that and Minetta Tavern, which is the other place with like the insane burger, I would definitely all day pick Minetta Tavern over this place. Not saying it's bad, but I will say what made up for it is that fucking service, man. That service was Lord. Like, if you want to really feel like you're some hot shit, go to this place. Cause like we had the most thorough woman waiting on us that was like, I can't even explain her demeanor, but like I was just fucking transfixed with her all night. Not even like in a sexual way. Just like, I cannot believe this woman is real. I can't imagine what she does outside of work. She is so like thorough and meticulous, but to the point, Al saw this too, and it was like one of the creepiest moments of my life inside of a fucking restaurant. But I super appreciated it after. If you bozos out there aren't used to like fancy restaurants because you're just eating chicken nuggets all day or whatever. If you go to like a fancy restaurant, they'll do weird shit like clean your table every 4 seconds because, you know, they want that tip. They want that fancy restaurant tip. So this woman's like, you know, cleaning our table. And, she like reaches over to my glass of beer and starts wiping the condensation off of my beer. And I was just like watching her and I'm just like, I hope somebody else is watching this right now because this is fucking horrifying. Like, why would you do this? And luckily Al caught it too, but it was just like, like I said, like when it was over, I was like, man, that's some fucking top service right there when they're like, we don't need your hands being moisturized by this condensation. So we're going to wipe it off for you. And the whole time she called us.
I caught that. Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole time she called us gents because there was 3 guys there and she was like, cheers, gents. And she just called us gents the whole time and it fucking felt great. So, yeah, I mean, the food wasn't the best food I've ever had. It was still fucking super good. But the service, A+++ all day. So definitely worth trying if you're looking for a fancy place to go to in New York.
It's like this problem could be easily solved if they just gave us coasters. So like, I don't feel like I was being a slob because I let my Moscow Mule like run its course and like had it like leak on the table. That's just what ice does after a while. And so once she started like wiping off the water, I was like, well, it's not my fault. I felt like almost insecure about it. I got the soft shell crab, which was great, but I was telling Mike, like, it kind of just felt like I was just eating boba snacks the entire night. And they were like incredible boba snacks, but like, that was it. All I got was like 3 soft shell crabs and it was dope, but like I just needed a starch. But yeah, overall it was a super good time. The eats this time around were really good. Mike took me to Minka. I got some, I forget the name, but it was like dipping ramen, sukemen. And, I was really, really impressed. Minka, they do some wild stuff there. Like they don't do soft boiled eggs. They do hard boiled eggs instead. And Mike got a bowl of ramen, and at first I thought it was like salad because there was so much cabbage on top. But eats-wise, it was a good time.
Yeah, I will say about that what I got, which was, it was like a special dish. It was, I forget the name. It was like Niku something or other. Taro Niku or something like that. But they don't like, that's not an everyday dish, and I usually just stick to the menu, but I was like, fuck it, I'll get it. So yeah, it comes over, and it was fucking super good. It was probably like the best thing I ever had there. But at the same time, there was just like a mountain of cabbage on top of the ramen, which is, but so like I thought that was weird. And then I thought sometimes listening to the show, I know her boyfriend listens, Sarah Murphy.
Got him.
I brought her to Minka a couple weeks ago before you. And she has an eating handicap where she cannot eat the fine foods we can eat. And I was like, don't worry about it. Everything here is fucking great. So it doesn't matter if it's like a vegan ramen. So she gets like, you know, the vegan ramen. And, sure enough, it wasn't the same type of cabbage where it was overflowing, but it was just like, she had like the biggest bowl I've ever seen them serve at Minka, but it was just 98% cabbage. So I have this conspiracy theory that it was just somebody who really overordered cabbage for the past month. And, they're just coming up with new inventive ways of getting rid of it. Cause I've never seen them use cabbage for anything before. And now it's just like, 2 fucking times in a row, it's just like overflowing bowls of cabbage. So don't, if you're a cabbage hater, don't let that stop you from going to Minka, because it's the best ramen place as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, let's get to wrestling, dude. Like, what was your takeaways? I mean, should I go first?
I mean, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so Saturday, some context here. So Thursday, me, Mike, I think listener of the show, Daniel from Check the Tape, and Doan, we had a guys' night out, and we got a little wavy. I got a little too wavy, so much so that when I got back to my hotel, I approached the entry door, and I was like trying to push it, and I was like, what the fuck, why isn't it opening? And I was doing this for, I feel like 2 minutes, and I was like, I don't get it. And I was like, oh, it's pull. And mind you, like, there was like a very heavy metal handle. Anyway, I pull it so hard, I hit my face on this shit. And like, I know I walked through that lobby, like, groaning. And I was like, that hurt really bad. I think I got CTE. I'm not exaggerating. I could hit my head that hard. Anyway.
I forgot to mention, that night we went out, I went home and immediately puked. I was trying to, these guys fucking peer pressured me. I was done. Like, I was fucking, I'm rarely out where I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do this anymore. Like, but I was like, at that
Mike
level.
did tap out. I
was fucking done. And then these fucking bullies made me get a pina colada and I drank like a quarter of it. And I was just like, nah, I gotta go home. And so I went home and I immediately vomited and it made me realize the last time I hung out with Al was in Chicago, and the first night there, I also vomited. And that was the last time I vomited. So Al has a good track record of making me vomit. So you got that going for you. Yeah.
Anyway, so I woke up Friday morning, and I was like, man, why does my face hurt? I look in the mirror, and I have the fattest, bloodiest lip. Like, it was like hanging so hard over like the front row of my teeth. It was that bad. And I was like, moping like for 6 hours. Like, I had to meet people tomorrow. They're going to think I'm a weirdo. Like, I have anxiety as is. And like, to have this going on, I was really bummed out. Anyway, I iced my lip for about 6 hours. And so if you saw me Saturday with like a black lip, that's the reason why. It's because I fucking hit myself in the face with the door. But anyway, so Saturday happened, and Mike and I, we met up at Penn Station. I think also we were pretty tossed as well, right? We were pretty hungover.
Yeah.
Anyway, we meet up there, and Mike and I, we take, what train is that? The New Jersey Transit?
Yeah, we were hungover before, because the night before we went out, that was Chumley's, and we were all like, we'll only have like a couple drinks, and we ended up staying out till like 4 a.m. somehow again, so yeah, we were also hungover. But yes, we took the New Jersey Transit from Penn Station.
Yeah, Mike took me to a bar where allegedly someone got stabbed in the head. So thanks a lot.
That was all Doan. That was all Doan. I have no, I just go with the flow. I don't care where people get stabbed, but I don't try to go to those places. But Doan's just like, yeah, let's go to this bar where my friend got stabbed. And it's just like, okay.
I was like, that's cool, man. Yeah. And it was actually a good time. But anyway, we are on the New Jersey Transit. Mike had the bright idea to pick the train car that had the bathroom on it. And, for about 45 minutes, it was just like wafting poo-poo. I don't know. Mike has like a history about this. And I was like, go ahead.
For the record, I didn't notice it was the bathroom train until it was too late. And then I was just like, oh, we can't move now. We're fucked. But, so that was my bad.
Yeah, luckily we found like 2 seats next to each other, like on the train behind us, and it was all good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was reminded that New Jersey, no offense to people that live there, it's a little barren, and it was kind of shocking to see. I'll say that. Listener of the show, Adam, he picked us up. Thank you so much for doing that. And we get to the Flyers skate zone, and it was kind of a party from there, Mike. What were your takeaways from this parking lot pimping, as I would say?
So yeah, we get there, and I was kind of worried. The only other time I've been to the Flyer skate zone was at night, and this was definitely during the day. So I wasn't sure how out in the open the drinking could be during the day. But I think they closed the hockey rink down for like families and stuff. It was just like wrestling fans today. So I think that's why it was a little more lax to just fucking drink and smoke weed in the parking lot, and no one really gave a shit. But yeah, it was like, I was like trying to wait for Welf to get there and Brian and all those people to get there, but I was like pretty faded before they even got there. And it was only like an hour later, but I was just fucking already gone by the time they showed up. And none of us, we didn't go to the Onita meet and greet, so we just hung out in the parking lot the whole time. We met people. We met Xion from the I Hate Horror show, the horror show.
What's up, Xion?
We met a bunch of people. We met Stash Pages, and we met Bahu, of course, and his fiance.
Dude, we'll take a minute to talk about Bahu. Bahu's like the sweetest dude in person.
He's very nice. He's a very nice guy.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah. He's very hospitable. So yeah, recommend meet Bahu sometime in life. He's cool.
Absolutely meet Bahu, aka Brett. So his fiance, she won a Megumi Kudo shirt that I was eyeing for a couple days, and he came through and he was like, yo, I'll check it out. And, I got really, really sad about it. But you're still a good guy, Bahu. I'm glad you had it.
Oh, I talked to Masada for a minute, but I still didn't ask him about the car match, because I don't know. Still feel weird about asking about that. One of these days I'll talk to him. If I was drunk, I talked to him as soon as I got there, so I was too sober to say embarrassing shit to wrestlers. But then we met up with Shot Glass and his crew of people, and then at the same time that happened, that was when Welf and Brian rolled through. So, and then Welf was the man of the hour with not Leo Rush, but Welf. He came in with the 60 Butteritas in a cooler and just plopped him down in the parking lot and was like, "Have at it." And we're giving him. He was bullying strangers into taking them, just everybody, to the point where it got to there was only a couple left, and for whatever reason, a car tries to park right near us, and it ends up being Bull Dempsey of WWE fame. And so we're like, "Hey, take a Limerita." And he already had a bear in his hand, and he was like trying to like deny it, but like everybody just screaming at him to take one. He finally took one. So Bull Dempsey's actually a great wrestler. I think he's a great guy for taking a Limerita. The whole time, Welf is so drunk, he's like, "You guys are fucking with me. That's not Bull Dempsey." And it's like, dude, why would we lie about this? Like, but I guess he was expecting him to be like 9 feet tall or something. Like, I don't know. Like, he was like, "That's not him." And it's just like, I don't know. Like, Welf was just very reluctant to believe that was Bull Dempsey until he got his photo with him. But I don't know. That was super weird. Adam was also, I gotta give it up to Adam. He was like sick. So, and like, he couldn't drink. He drank a little, but so he's a trooper for putting up with all this fucking bullshit. But yeah, I mean, it was a super fun time. I don't know if there's anything else you want to recap from the parking lot.
No. You want to talk about the show?
Yeah, sure. So, I don't ever watch CZW on videotape or DVD or anything like that. I know the wrestlers. I don't know them as well as I know some other wrestlers, but I know. I like, I enjoy the crowd at CZW shows. I think they're more my type of people. They're not like super nerds, but they're not also like super mongrel people either. They're smart, but they're not like they're not fucking annoying about it. They're regular down to earth people usually. And I'm super into that. I will say they all are kind of like Jets and Mets fans where they're very like negative and self-deprecating about like their product. And, but I think it's just like Mets and Jets fans where it's just from years of like disappointment. So they kind of have that going for them. But, so yeah, I enjoy the crowd. I don't really like their wrestling, like the booking that they do, just like, it doesn't really ever make sense to me. I don't know if it's something that makes sense if you watch it more often, but it's like just real, I don't even know if I'd say dumb. It just seems like, I don't know how like anybody could get in that shit really. So like the undercard stuff was just like, whatever. And then, like Masada fought Shane Strickland, which, Shane Strickland is Kill Shot from Lucha Underground. Sorry to ruin that for you guys, but, it's actually Kill Shot. But it's like, that's kind of like a weird matchup because you have like a deathmatch wrestler versus like this, pretty good, like agile, like aerial guy. And then they just had like a technical wrestling match for like a half an hour. And I was just like, like this is, who would want to see this ever? So like, I don't know. It was just like, it was very weird to have something like that. Like, I mean, Masada got to hit him in the head with skewers, but like, he should have been doing that the whole match. Or like, Killshot should have been doing flips the whole match, but instead they're doing like chain wrestling. It's just like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah, they were wrestling like it was like pancrase, and I was like, that's weird. So much so, I thought it was so weird that I fell asleep.
Yes, I got to call Al out for sleeping, so that was good. But no, so like that was weird. And then, so then I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did a lot of bad stuff that day, so I was outside a lot doing bad stuff. But like, so I missed a lot of it. But like, then, Joey Janela fought Leo Rush. And it was like this big deal because if you guys don't know, Leo Rush is going to the NXT. And so this is like his farewell match for CZW. And, this was the first instance of the night where people on the internet started bitching about things that I don't understand. And this has become a controversial subject in the wrestling Twitter. And basically what happens is they're having like this crazy match. There's this one point where they do this, Joey Janela like jumps off the top rope into a table out on the outside and on a Leo Rush, and like people thought it was like real that he couldn't get back up. Like they started like stretching him out, and it was pretty weird. But then, you know, he pops up and he's like, "Oh, I'm not hurt. It's just wrestling." And then they come back. So it's like a pretty crazy, brutal back and forth, crazy match. And then at some point, some gigantic ladder comes into the ring. And basically, Joey Janela ends up powerbombing Lio Rush through a table from like not the complete top of the ladder, but like 3/4 up from the ladder. And after it happens, Lio Rush just pops instantly back up. And there were people on the internet that were just like, I don't know, they were just ready to give up on wrestling entirely after this happened. Meanwhile, in real life, where I was seeing it and live with my very eyes, when he did that, I was just like flabbergasted because I don't know the inner mechanics of wrestling. I mean, I know how some things work. Like I know a Canadian destroyer is fake and like that I could point out, but like why it's fake. But there's some things where I'm just like, I don't know how they do it. I don't care to know. One thing I don't care to know how they do is how you powerbomb somebody through a table from a ladder and just pop right back up. So I was impressed, honestly. Like I was just like, holy shit. That is fucking crazy that he just did that. And, and again, like he doesn't do, it's not like it's his move. It's not like it's something he does all the time, but there are people like, I don't know, like acting like this was the biggest slap in the face to the integrity of wrestling and the history of wrestling. And it's just like, dude, Joey Ryan's out there every week doing like moves with his dick. And like you fucking care about this one thing that's like going to happen once ever in the world. And, so yeah, in real life, that was fucking amazing. I thought it was like one of the most amazing things I've seen in real life. What did you think of that though, Al?
Yeah, so like I saw that happen, and like I was astonished, and I was like, I've never seen someone kick out of something, not kick out, but just, I guess, no sell something so drastic before. And, I just started shaking my chair because I was really fucking excited about it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Speaking of shaking chairs, I did forget to mention that. Met up with listener John, and I met him for the first time. I've known that dude on the internet for like 100,000,000 years. This is like the first time we ever met in real life. And during the first match, which was just like some clusterfuck match where they just have like 87 people wrestle each other, this very big fat man, Ace Romero, does a Canadian destroyer from like basically a top rope. They have like a platform on the top rope, so he had a little help. But John got so pumped, he picked up his chair and just whacked me right in the fucking eye with it. It fucking sucked. So Al had this fat lip, and I was just like, full disclosure, not to get too much of my personal life, but I had like a date either the next day or the day after, and I was like, I'm gonna have a fucking black eye. I'm gonna show up to this date, and they're gonna be like, why do you have a black eye? And I'd be like, oh, I was at wrestling yesterday. Some fucking asshole hit me in the fucking face the whole way home.
My internet friend hit me in the face.
Yes, at a wrestling event in New Jersey, because he was too pumped because he saw a fat man do a move. And like, luckily it didn't black eye, but like the whole day it just felt like it was a black eye, and I was like, man, fuck. But luckily, like, it never happened. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the Lio Rush thing, you could go back to that, sorry.
Yeah, so that happened, and like overall, it was a sight to see. Like the undercard was whatever. I thought the opening match was fine. I think Murder by Kicks is a cool tag team, but I can't really tell you anything else that happened before Lio Rush, Joey Janela. But yeah, you want to talk about the main event? I guess I'll start off with it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I think that promo video was fucking incredible. I think Mike has other feelings about it.
Oh, you mean the Matt the Tremont one?
Matt Tremont, like, music video.
Oh yeah, I did point out, like, the fucking, every single match had these crazy, like, intro videos, like 2-minute intro videos that kind of outshine the wrestling, to be honest, where it was just kind of like...
Shout out to Giancarlo. I met Giancarlo too. What up, man?
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I didn't watch any video from this, so maybe, like, it works better on like a recorded setting, cause like live, you're just like standing there for 2 minutes watching these crazy videos on a kind of tiny screen, and you're just like, huh. And it's like, it's kind of like doesn't fit in, but like maybe at home that fits in better. But yeah, they show this Tremont. So Tremont has this video. It's very dramatic, and it's set to Kesha's like song called like Forever or Praying. It's called Praying.
Yeah, Praying. Yeah.
And, it's just like, it does not fit, man. Like, it's just like, you got this fucking deathmatch guy who's saying fuck every other word, just like me. He's all full of blood. They're showing like matches he's doing with like, you know, like crazy shit, like falling through panes of glass and just this crazy shit. And they have like this weak ass song. And I don't know. It wasn't, you got like, if you're going to show shit like that, you got to get like a somber, like Johnny Cash type song. I don't think you could get Kesha's Praying. I don't think it really fits, but that's just my personal taste. I seem to be in the minority of this. Everybody else fucking loved it, but I don't know. It just seemed a little too over the top for me.
It was so great. So, that video plays. And then, I am not familiar with CZW at all, but, Matt Tremont comes out and the place feels pretty electric. I mean, Mike and I were, doing some wellness violations in the parking lot. So,
yeah.
That may or may not be the case. But then Atsushi Onita, FMW God, comes out and, I lose my fucking mind. And like, in retrospect, it was worth the entire trip to see Wild Thing play with him come out. I did not expect this match to be like fucking Okada Omega part 1 at all. He's a 60-year-old man. I kind of knew what I was getting into. There was going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors. And hey, it happened. And you know what? At the end of the day, I was pretty entertained. Those explosions, admittedly, weak as fuck. Like, Onita was swinging his bat and it was exploding before it made contact. And I was like, that's kind of janky. There was one where I think it hit like as intended. But I think overall, I mean, Mike, you know, I'm stealing this from Mike, but dude, 6-man tags where it's white people versus Asian people is the most FMW fucking thing of all time. And so the Twitter outrage about this match was pretty incredible to read back because, I mean, I was there live and I thought I might have saw some like high praise, but that didn't really happen. But I mean, in sum, I thought it was like an incredible sight to see overall.
Yeah, I just kind of assumed everybody knew it was going to get turned into a 6-man. And yeah, like Al said, this is, we get into a mixtape later. This is like a staple of FMW, this type of shit. And like it's a staple of new FMW because they're all every single person on Onita's team is over 50 years old. I don't know what the fuck you expect these people to do, man. But like, it just seemed like one of those things the internet wanted to bitch about just to like point fingers at stuff. Like, it's fucking wrestling. Who fucking cares? Like, what did you think they were gonna do? Like, you have Onita, who is an old, dying, retired, like, just old, crippled deathmatch guy, and then you have Matt Tremont, who's just a regular deathmatch guy. What did you think they were gonna do? Like, what did you think they were gonna do? That was so amazing. And I just think it's because people don't know their history. I'm just gonna pull that card. Where, yeah, they think like, I think maybe in their heads, like, Onita's like a Matsunaga type character that's like, actually gets in the thick of it and does some wild shit. Like, outside of taking like those bumps into like electrified barbed wire and stuff like that, Onita's not the dude to be like getting the fucking Mr. Pogo fire on his face and shit like that. That's not Onita's role and it's never really been his role. So, yeah, so I don't know what people are expecting, but yeah, I thought like, as far as being able to see like a piece of FMW in real life, that was like, it honestly exceeded my expectations. Cause like even going into this, I wasn't publicly like that, but I was like $50 ticket for general admission. That's fucking a swindle. $40 for meet and greet. That's a fucking swindle. $40 for fucking shirts. And it just like everything seemed like a big con. So I wasn't really going in this with like very optimistic outlook. So like forgetting like at least that like bit of nostalgia and seeing it in real life, it was totally worth it. Like I said, it exceeded everything. Onita does like a promo after where he like bashes everything, which people were somewhat pissed about because he's saying the explosions were cheap, and they were cheap. It's a good way to cover it up because they look fucking stupid. So like just to be like, no, they're cheap. You know, it really covered it up. He like offers to fight Tremont in Japan, and it's just like, it was like an amazing moment. Like that fucking promo was the best thing of the night. And it was just like, so for people to bitch after that promo too, I was just like, I don't know, man, this was like everything and more to me. It's fucking perfect. It was worth everything. Even if we didn't meet a ton of people, it was just like, it was completely worth it.
In sum, I'm gonna steal a line from Onita. We're all human. All right. It was
We're all human.
We're all human. I meant to shout out, you know, it was nice to meet the Struggles. Shout out to Stash Pages, Cheap Pop. It was cool meeting you. Thanks for snitching on me on the internet for sleeping during CZW. That wasn't appreciated. But overall, I hope we get to do it soon, where we all meet up in a parking lot in Voorhees, New Jersey, for whatever reason, and get torn down.
We met so many people. I think there's like people we met or like that we're just hanging out with that are other internet people that we know that didn't even introduce themselves, and like, but they were there too. Because I have a feeling there's like a couple people, like that dude Terry. I didn't know he's from Twitter. I didn't like put that together until I got home. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of people that you got to introduce yourselves with your Twitter names. That's the moral of this episode. From Two Man Scramble to this, you gotta use your Twitter names, man.
This segment's running long, but we got to talk about it. Someone left a comment on Bahu's page.
Oh man, I forgot about this. Yeah.
He said, "We sound bigger on the podcast." What was your takeaway from that?
I thought it was pretty funny. I know I'm short, but like, I guess I kind of have a voice that doesn't sound like a short man. But also, to be fair, Bahu is like a tall man. We're not like fucking midgets or anything. We're regular ROH wrestler size. So like, whatever, but Bahu's just like a tall dude. And, I'm sorry that we project ourselves in a confident manner that, probably frightens you. So you think we're like, you think we're the boogeyman and that we're 7 feet tall. It makes me feel good. Thank you. I take it as a compliment.
Yo, the most pro wrestling thing in the world is to lie about your height. Not keep it at that. Up next, Summershame 2017, the 4th installment of the best bet in sports entertainment. Please stay tuned.
With a mark, looking ready when she chose. Eyes with the bros, sipping Jameson in the sneak. I could spot a freak blindfolded in my sleep. A real player mobbing and I'm shining out the east. He slipping, he was asleep. She put it on my phone, told me hit it when I leave. Got the jug on the piece, so we blow a pound a week. Keller fed it in the party, I ain't tripping off who see me now. I could order one shot though, but I'm already lit. I was gigging, getting active, live action, big fan. She said enough is enough. A nigga acting sus right now. That's when baby hit me up. Told me come and lick her up and down. So I'ma lick you up and down. I'ma lick you up and down. I'ma lick you up and down. I'ma lick you up. I be on my job with the squad.
Okay, we're back here on Virtual Pros, and this is the 4th annual merchandise betting. This is the 2nd annual Summershame. If you are new to this show, this is how it works. We actually have new rules, so even if you're not new to this show, it's whole new rules. Basically, me and Al do this stupid bet twice a year. We do it once for WrestleMania, once for SummerSlam. We basically pick a bunch of matches. Whoever has the most wins. The winner gets to pick a shirt for the loser. The loser pays for the shirt. The loser does not know what the shirt is. The winner just orders it and gets it sent to them. The loser does an unboxing video on our very popular Instagram with thousands of followers, so you are embarrassed in front of thousands of people. And then, on top of that, then the loser has to wear the shirt in public, in a very public place. Me and Al both live in major metropolitan cities, so it's not like we're shy to do this. I mean, we're shy to do this because it sucks.
We're absolutely shy to do this.
Past
merchandise, picks have been Mike had to wear a Buff Bagwell x Buffy the Vampire Slayer mashup tee. He also had to wear a Jeff Hardy shirt with long sleeve shirts, and he did the gun pose. And, I wore a Roman Reigns vest in Hawaii. It was all very regretful stuff. So do you want to discuss the rule?
Yes, but I did say off air to Al that this year, if I do win, I decided no more weird accessories. It's going to be back to t-shirts, back to the roots of this challenge. But, the rules this episode are a little different than usual. Before we just picked matches and we basically did predictions, which honestly was pretty boring because 90% of the time we picked the same winners for each match and there would only be like 1 or 2 differences. This time we're going to do a little different, where it's kind of like a suicide pool in football, if you're familiar with that. Basically, we are going to alternate turns. I'm going to go first because I'm the reigning champion, and I'm going to pick any matches from the 17 matches that are listed between SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver. So I could pick any of those matches and pick the winner of that, and Al has to take the other person I don't choose. So basically, for example, say John Cena and Rusev were on the SummerSlam card, and I say I want to pick the John Cena-Rusev match, and I'm picking John Cena to win, then Al would automatically get Rusev. Obviously, the strategy to this is the more and more we pick, the lesser and lesser, like, stone cold lead pipe locks we're gonna have. So this should make the game a little more fun, a little more strategic. I'll actually pay attention more to wrestling, even though I don't think I could watch TakeOver live, so it's gonna really eat away at me if we pick a lot of TakeOver matches. But yeah, so, and I'm gonna pick, all in all, I'm gonna pick 6 matches, and Al's gonna pick 5, because there's gonna have to be a tiebreaker, so even odds, hopefully there's no tiebreaker after that, because we haven't decided after that, but maybe we'll both wear stupid shirts if it's actually a tiebreaker after that. But, so I'm going to pick the first match, and if you guys want to follow along at home for some reason, because you're a weirdo, you can go to Wikipedia, and they have all the matches listed. So my first match, the thing that I think is the most stone cold lead pipe lock, I am going to choose, I'm going to choose between the Big Cass Big Show match, and I'm definitely taking Big Cass. So that is my first pick. I don't think there's any way Big Cass can lose this unless the WWE is just flipped upside down over the next 2 days. And I also think there's a solid chance that Enzo is going to pull a switcheroo and cheat for Big Cass, and they're going to be reunited as bad guys.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
I have the next pick, and I think the most stone cold lead pipe lock here is Authors of Pain beating Sanity for the tag team championships. Book that.
What's your reasoning behind this?
I don't think Sanity's ready. I don't want to get too nerdy about it.
Yeah, you don't think they're ready for the product? You don't think they're ready? They're not ready for the push in Titan Towers?
I don't think Authors of Pain, they're moving up just yet. And, I don't know. It's just a gut feeling.
See, this is why this game is interesting, because I would have probably picked Sanity if it got down to me having to pick this. So,
you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I also don't know if Al looked at odds, so I didn't look at any odds this year. I usually look at odds, but
you cheating motherfucker. Okay.
I mean, they don't have odds for NXT anyways. It's only the fucking main shit. My next pick, I hope it doesn't let me down, but they announced that he's going to be the Demon, so I have to go with Finn Balor over Bray Wyatt. I think this is kind of a dicey pick, though. I think they're kind of over Finn Balor, and maybe they just want to beat him so the Demon is less mythical, but I don't know why else they dress that dude in that fucking makeup if they're not going to have him win. So, and Bray Wyatt has a history of losing everything, so I'm going to go with Finn Balor.
Dude, I'm gonna get swept, man. This is a horrifying, 2 cards to pick from. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go John Cena over Baron Corbin because they made Baron Corbin look like such a dork on Tuesday.
Oh my God.
They made him look like the worst dude, and I don't think there's any coming back from that, so I think John Cena is gonna win his match against Baron Corbin.
Dude, I hardly ever watch SmackDown, and I hardly ever even read, recaps for SmackDown or anything. But, I was reading some other wrestling news, and it mentioned that, and I was like, that can't be true. That didn't really happen. Yeah. And then, I watched it, I was like, whoa, man. I think it's really funny when they do wrestlers wrong like that, but, that was just, cause if you guys recall, the last person to lose that badly was Damian Sandow, and he doesn't even have a job, so I don't know. I'd be kind of shook if I was Baron Corbin, but
allegedly,
I think
it was because he made fun of some kind of veteran or something like that, and they do not play that at Titan Towers apparently.
Yeah, supposedly it was because he got into it with Mojo Rawley on Twitter, and Mojo Rawley kind of owned him on Twitter, so he looked like a bitch. But I don't know. I do think that's a very solid pick. I am gonna go with Naomi versus Natalya match, because why the fuck is Natalya ever gonna win a belt? So I think that's a pretty solid choice on my part. So yeah, I don't have any other reasoning. Yeah.
I really like this format. This is horrifying. What are we at? This is match number 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's match number 6.
Okay. I'm gonna have Aleister Black beating Hideo Itami because they're not gonna show Hideo Itami his respect like he wants. It's just not gonna happen. They gotta have Aleister Black win here.
That should have honestly been like my second pick overall, but I was like,
sleepers out there. There's some sleepers out there right now.
There's still some sleepers. Okay, now it's getting down to the nitty gritty. I want to stay away from that Tozawa match just because I don't even, I mean, according to Wikipedia, it's happening, but why did they do it on Raw if it's still happening there? So I don't know if, I don't want to fuck with that one. I'm going to go New Day over Usos. I'm going to do that one. I think,
I feel good about this. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I probably should not pick this because I hardly pay attention to SmackDown. But when I read that recap, it said the Usos got the upper hand over the New Day at the end of SmackDown. So I'd assume that means the New Day is going to get their revenge. And that's really the only logic I have going into this.
Ooh, this is getting kind of sexy right now. This is getting pretty good. Man, that Baron Corbin thing really fucking messed with my tactics here because this Jinder Mahal Nakamura match, like if that didn't happen, surefire number 1 pick was going to be Nakamura winning. And now I'm not so sure.
Really?
Oh, dude, like if Baron Corbin
Nakamura winning and then Corbin cashing in. Okay.
That's what would have happened, but now it's not going to happen because he can't cash it in anymore. Oh my goodness. I do not want to wear a Joey Ryan shirt in public. I'm getting some panics here, bro. Yeah, I gotta play it safe here. I think Johnny Gargano beats Cien Almas in a singles match.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next pick if you didn't pick it, so.
Are there 2 more matches here?
You only have 1 more pick, and I have 2 more picks, so.
Okay. Oh yeah, the tiebreaker, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. That hopefully doesn't get down to, because that's gonna be, what's the safest one here? I am gonna go, I have a feeling this one might fuck me, but I'm gonna go Ambrose and Rollins over Cesaro and Sheamus because, I don't know why the fuck else they would team them up unless, like, they want to have them feud immediately, but I don't know. I don't see, like, they have to do the unlikely tag team bit for a minute before they feud immediately, so yeah, I gotta go with Ambrose and Rollins on that.
I like the logic behind it. I kind of agree. I think I'm gonna lose there.
Yeah.
My last pick here. God, I want to rep so hard for my Asian brother Nakamura, dude, but even Asuka against Ember Moon is tricky. God. I am going to go Shinsuke Nakamura over Jinder Mahal. He's going to win the title. I think he needs a little run. Lock it in. Just lock it in before I regret it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one I'm staying away from because it's like, I think I don't know if I'd say they're souring on this India thing, but I think they're finally starting to get over it. But I also don't know if they're going to give it to Nakamura like that. But again, I don't know enough about SmackDown to really fuck with that. But I mean, no, that wouldn't be the main event. The main event's going to be the four-way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough. Like if it was the main event, I'd say definitely Nakamura, but it's not. Yeah, I'm staying away from that four-way because the odds are bad on that. But so my tiebreaker, which hopefully doesn't get down to this, I am going to go with, let's see what's left. I'm going to go with, take a softball. I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss over Sasha Banks.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that tiebreaker.
Yeah. So since we didn't pick it, who do you think is going to win Asuka Ember Moon?
Dude, so I was Joshi fantasy booking in my head. Io Shirai, where to sign. I thought her and Kairi were going to run in and help her beat Ember Moon. But that's not going to happen. So I think Ember takes it. if only because they couldn't do fucking Japanese Lady Shield, which what I was like dreaming about, but it just wasn't in the cards. Who do you have winning?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think this is too much. I'm getting too much in the realm, not as bad as you, of fantasy booking, but like, it just seems like too perfect to have her just still run over Ember Moon and go to SmackDown. Like, cause they're supposed to do another draft, like, right after SummerSlam. So it makes too much sense for her to beat Ember Moon, just vacate the title and go to SmackDown as like an undefeated person, like an undefeated ass kicker to fucking beat everybody. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen because it seems too perfect. But I mean, they did that with Paige. Like, Paige went up to WWE and just vacated the title, but
right.
But like, what are you going to do? Like, it would be so dumb. I think it would be kind of dumb to just have her lose once just so she could go to WWE. And I don't even know if she's ever even going to go to WWE. It's just like, it doesn't seem like she would really fit in there. But, what do you think about Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre? Do you even care?
I do not give one shit about that match. Well, I think I would take Bobby Roode because if I had the pencil, I would have Aleister Black win sooner rather than later and then have Roode move up. I think that's the move, but I think Roode's winning here.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. A lot of, like, I've seen on the internet a lot of people saying Drew McIntyre is going to win so Bobby Roode could go up, but, yeah, Drew McIntyre is like one of the, at least in my eyes, like, it's not like he's a bad wrestler, but he's like the least popular guy that like they've ever had fight in a main event for a title. So yeah, Aleister Black's more popular than him. Gargano's more popular than him. Like, everybody on the undercard that's a good guy is more popular than him. So I don't know.
This might get kind of dorky, but who would you rather have as the NXT champion? Him or Roderick Strong?
I even like Rod Strong more than Drew McIntyre.
You like Roddy over Drew McIntyre? Okay.
Yeah, I hate Rod Strong. I hate that guy. But I think that stupid fucking story he has like really works. Drew McIntyre is just some guy. But like Rod Strong is like, my mom shot my dad. That's some real shit, man. Like, I'm from a trailer park and my mom shot my dad. He doesn't sound like a guy from a trailer park that his mom shot his dad, but like, He has that story and it's like the most character development he's ever had in his life. Either way, I think all these guys should just stay in NXT forever. I don't want to see any of them in WWE. I think Bobby Roode is fucking amazing in NXT, but I don't think he would be amazing in WWE. Is there anything else? Who do you think is going to win the 4-way?
I want Samoa Joe to win it, but I think Roman Reigns is going to take that title. I think the odds are Brock winning it, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably, if I had to pick, I would definitely choose Brock over everybody, but yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, that's all I give a shit about, so.
Tune in 2 weeks to see who has to wear that shameful t-shirt. I think I already have it picked out for you, Mike. That might be a jinx, but, yeah, I do have one picked out for you mentally.
I have a few floating around. If you want to follow at home, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch NXT live, so I usually do the scorecards, but follow us on Twitter at VRTL Pros if you want some real-time updates of who's winning this shit. And yeah, that's it.
Up next, the world-famous mixtape with Hiroshi Hase, Jun Akiyama, Marika Yoshida, weirdly enough, and why I can no longer watch and support Chikara. Please stay tuned.
どこまで歩こうこいつでストーリーは4個始まりから続いて今日もクソつまんねえ世の中だけど俺には好きなプレイスマイハニー最高のフレンズ仲間がいたり Feeling now but 悪くはないもうとっくに価値観は変わりいつもまずい飯食って遊んだ時を覚えてっかな J は一人で始めたわけではねえが一人も悪くはねえか Yo 目には見えねえものを探した平成29この変化も俺の年表に達しな Two-way street くだらない人のエンテナ儚かないシネマのようにはいかないBut 落ちてもしゃあない Yo 高く吐いたマルボローが空気に変わるのを待った午後興味がなくなればそこで終わり俺は適当やんのが趣味葉巻を初めて加えた時も
And welcome back to episode 47 of the Virtual Pros podcast. If you haven't already, hit us on Instagram and Twitter at VRTL Pros. Hit us on SoundCloud, hit that heart, you know I like it. Yeah, leave us a review on iTunes. I haven't seen a review recently, except for the Ryback fan. That was kind of a bummer. Negate that review, please. And if you haven't already, download the Bloody Disgusting app. Have all 47 episodes in the palm of your hand. We have a pretty good assortment tonight. Mike, you go first.
Yes. Okay. So first match I'll talk about is not a match. It's actually a video. For a while, I took a stance of posting these videos, these fucking wrestling weirdos. Cause, I like talking about them. I don't know if it makes good podcasting though. Cause it's not a match that you can imagine in your head. It's just a weirdo talking in his room. But, I stumbled across this. I forgot. Somebody posted this on Twitter and I was like, oh man. The name of the video is Why I Can No Longer Support Chikara Wrestling. And, it's a video by a man on YouTube by the name of Rorschach and then like a bunch of numbers after it. Cause you gotta have a bunch of weird numbers in your name. He's a bald man with cool facial hair. He's like definitely balding, but he wants to make it look like he's bald on purpose. And then he has like, I'm gonna have cool facial hair. It's gonna be long. It's gonna have like a point. And, that shit's dumb, man. That fucking cool facial hair is dumb. But anyways, I won't make fun of him too hard because he has the body movements of someone that maybe is not a little unhinged. Maybe he's not all there. He could just be a nervous person. I don't know if you're a nervous person, why you'd make videos on YouTube, but that's just me. So yeah, the whole basis of this video is that he's an Englishman too. He can't support Chikara anymore for basically two conflicting I wouldn't say they're conflicting reasons, but they're two definitely very different reasons of the same coin though. It's two different sides of the same coin. Basically, he cannot support Chikara because he can't watch men beating women, which I understand to a point. I understand to an extent. But his bigger point is he can't watch Chikara because he can't believe a woman could beat a man in a wrestling match, which is a whole other kind of sexist kind of point to make. So you can't have it both ways, man. It's one or the other. You can't have both of those points. It's one has to outweigh the other. And judging by his other videos, I'm going to guess the one that outweighs the other is the idea of a woman beating a man in a wrestling match. And it's so funny that he points out Chikara as the thing that set him over the top. And he even points it out in the video. He's just like, oh yeah, Chikara, they have ants, they have pharaohs. So he's fine with all that. He's fine with, human ants and pharaohs and, ice cream men and just all the other weird Shinjikara fighting each other. What he doesn't like is, women beating men in a match. And, the thing he points out is King of Trios 2016, which I was there live. And that is the one with the Sendai girls versus the other girls. And I still, to this day, definitely, probably in the top 5 wrestling matches I've ever seen live. But, yeah, he just can't get past this, these women beating these men. And these matches are a woman being a fucking champion. And like, you really don't get the whole picture until you look at the rest of his playlist, or the rest of his videos on his channel. There are things like SJW Comic Review, where he makes fun of comics for being too politically correct. A lot of things about women in comics and, how his views on them. And then, out of the blue, there's a video for a review of cologne. And, and like, man, full disclosure, I'll let you in a little behind the curtain. I love women. Like, I love women a lot. I think women are great. I don't even wear cologne. So like, I don't know if you're a dude who obviously hates women, probably has a lot of problems having sex with them. Why are you wearing cologne, man? Why are you reviewing it? What do you even fucking care what you smell like at that point? You hate women, man. Like, you fucking hate them. Just, you're one of those people. Don't buy cologne, cause who are you smelling good for? What's it fucking matter? You've given up. I only wear deodorant because I'm gonna see a woman in real life. So like, you don't need to buy cologne and review it. So that really stuck out for me. Basically this video is just 7 minutes of this unhinged man, talking about how he can't take Chikara, the promotion of ants and ice cream men, seriously, because they let a woman be champion. And then at the end of it, he does the thing that I hate when people do this in any form of pop culture, not just wrestling. And it's just like the shitty entitled attitude that people have because they have the internet now and everything's at their fingertips. but he says, unless they change what they're doing, I can't continue to watch Chikara. And it's like, dude, that's your fucking problem. Don't make this statement as if, like, you're making demands to something where if you don't change your shit, then I'm not putting up with it anymore. You're just a fucking, like, little speck of dust on, like, a huge world. Your opinion doesn't matter to anybody. It doesn't matter those 182 views you had, 7 of which are me, and 1 of which is Al. Like, your fucking opinion doesn't matter, so don't make weird statements unless you're in a position of power. So shut the fuck up, you fucking weirdo. Get over your weird woman issues. What did you think of this, though, Al?
So this guy, he starts off this video stating that he supports independent wrestling companies because the WWE, they tour Saudi Arabia, which to him is a country which disrespects female rights. And I'm like, all right, here we go. But then, like, for the next 5 minutes, he, like, lets everyone know, like, how he's no longer supporting Chikara because they do intergender matches. And he says the name of the card. It was 2016 King of Trios, right? And I remember you went, and I was like, wait, Meiko Satomura was on that card. And I was like, also, wait a minute, Meiko Satomura would literally beat the fuck out of me and, like, all of my friends, like, in real life. So she's very believable to me. Like, she is so strong, and she has good kicks. I don't want any part of that. So, fans of Virtual Pros, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a spoiler alert. It's regarding a Super Shame Cup 2019. A super rookie entrant is going to take place in this tournament, and it's going to be Outraged Unsubscribe Fan. This might go all the way. I'm lumping in, like, Hijack Raw people. I'm including people that post screenshots of them unsubscribing from the network. This is going to go all the way, and I'm really excited about it. Super rookie entrant. Oh man, put your money on that horse because it is going to win it. So the last note I had was, like, I think the reason why this dude, like, made this video and is so outraged about, like, women's wrestling and, like, women wrestling dudes is because, like, I mean, Mike, there has to be a time where you got, like, fucked up by a girl, like, at the bus stop or some shit, right? Like, that absolutely happened.
There's been times I've been afraid of my girlfriend. Like, I used to have a pretty tough girlfriend that, like, she would, like, if I stepped out of line, she would probably have no problem swinging on me, but, like, we never actually got into a fight, but,
yeah,
you know, I would probably wouldn't test her either, so.
Damn, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
But yeah. In sum, what a schlub. This guy sucks. Next up is Marika Yoshida versus Aiyappa Hamada, the Xion tournament. These are the finals from Arjun, 8/31/1998. My first note, this match is weird. So for those that don't know, like, Arjun, or Xion, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna go with Arjun here.
You know, up until we watched this match, in my mind, it's spelled differently, so I always say Arison, even though it's not how it's spelled. I'm just one of those people.
No, I get it, dude. Like, Arjun was, like, sort of like Lady Battle Arts, where, like, the roster would combine, like, shoot style and a little bit of lucha to get, like, this very weird and, like, very, like, hybrid late 90s, like, style of pro wrestling. So this was just like that, but for girls. Aiyappa Hamada, she is the daughter of Gran Hamada. She's mixed ethnicity. She's half Japanese, half Mexican. And as the kids would say, she is looking like a quote-unquote snack. Looking like a snack. This match starts off with some pretty great mat work. Yoshida, she does, like, this monkey flip into a cross arm breaker. It's pretty slick. I was very impressed. And then she does, like, this transition into a knee bar. And I'm like, okay, Mariko, let's get it. Like, she's so good on the mat. That sounds creepy, but she is. And then, like, 3 minutes later, Mariko hits her finisher. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's only been 5 minutes. And then she does it again. And then she wins this tournament in under 8 minutes. And I'm so confused. Like, I've never seen, like, a tournament end so shortly. The best part of this clip, like, was during, like, the awards ceremony. The sponsor of this tournament was DirecTV. Marika Yoshida, she's handed a DirecTV satellite, like the ones that you see attached to the side of people's houses. And it makes me think, like, she beat Aiyappa Hamada so fast because I guess, like, I mean, I imagine in my head that the grand prize was, like, a free lifetime subscription to NFL Sunday Ticket. And she was like, I need to win this. And so she was beating up pretty fast. I kind of want to do, like, another Arjun video. This match wasn't a dud, but it's definitely, like, an incomplete. What'd you think?
Yeah, my last note was, did Al even think this through? Because, Yeah, it was just kind of like, it kind of just ends. I even rewound it. I was like, because at first it ends and I'm just like, huh. And so I rewound it and I'm like, oh, maybe she got knocked out for real and this is like some real ghoul shit. But then I watched it and I was like, she didn't get knocked out for real. She just got beat in fucking under 8 minutes in the finals of a tournament. God knows why. Just wanted to display her dominance. So yeah, it's a real odd match for Al to pick. Outside of that, I see you, Ayako Hamada. You're kind of a looker. I swear, I remember her from back when this was more recent. I forgot that she was a looker. I think I'm getting her mixed up with somebody else that's not as much of a looker. But,
she also has Makoto's tights. Did you notice that? They have very similar tights.
I also think she might have wrestled into her twilight years, so maybe I'm thinking of an older Hamada. I can't remember. Also, the only other, that's probably what I'm thinking of. The only other note I had is that Yoshida's music sounds like when they can't get the copyright rights and they have to broadcast default music over the real music, but that's like her real music. So that was another part I rewound for a minute because I was like, maybe it is like old school copyright laws, but it's not. It's just real bad music. So my next match was recommended by a listener. I already forgot who. I'm sorry. You can pat yourself on the back at home because you recommended this match, though. You don't need the public credit, but thanks a lot for this, listener. This is the first time, not the first time, but the first time Onita wrestled as, the legend Onita on American soil. First and last time, way the fuck back in 1992. This was FMW joint shows. They did Mexico and LA, with, AAA. I can't remember. One of those Mexican, promotions. So this is a real fucking weird match of a weird array of fucking people. That you can find, I don't think it's like full matches, but you can find like a commercial tape of these shows on YouTube too, and like you just look at the match list and it's just like bizarre. But so I assume this was the main event. It was a 2 out of 3 falls. Onita, Tarzan Goto, and El Hijo del Santo versus some man named Tim Patterson. Who the fuck knows who that is? Negro Casas and Horace Boulder with a full head of hair. Looking nothing like he did in WCW. So yeah, this is a 2 out of 3 falls. They're in some gym in LA and the crowd is fucking live. Not for Onita. I mean, Onita has his fans there, but this is all about fucking El Hijo del Santo and Negro Casas, because from what little lucha we've talked about on the show, this was at the height of the Del Santo and Negro Casas feud. And so this is probably the first time a lot of these people are seeing this shit live, and they are fucking going the fuck off. So it's worth watching just for that, just to see how like fucking crazy this crowd is. And it's because the bell rings and immediately it turns into a brawl outside, like fucking immediately. They don't even waste any time. Onita's brawling all over the fucking place. Tarzan Goto's out there. Goto starts bleeding in like 3 minutes. I don't even know the fuck he did. Like he just like, it's just because his forehead is so jacked. Like I don't even think he got hit with anything. He was just bleeding. So it's like, it's kind of a crazy outside brawl. They go all over the place. And honestly, it's outside of Santo and Casas, it's a lot of people who aren't really known for their wrestling. And, so it's kind of like it's a kind of a shitty brawl outside of the brawling outside. It's honestly, technically wise, it's not the greatest match ever. It's nothing you gotta see before you die, but just to see the crowd, like, dude, if the crowd was like that when we saw Onita and people were complaining about it, I don't even know, man, cause that was just like, this crowd is fucking so hype. And, so it's worth watching just for that. I honestly, I nodded out a couple times. It's kind of boring, but no, it's like, it's just weird pins. It's like the weird 2 out of 3 falls thing. And, but it's an interesting curiosity. And as far as weird pair ups and just like live crowds, it's worth a watch. It's worth a little poke. What did you think, Al?
Yeah, incredible environment. So I had a question, like, what crowd do you think was hotter? This crowd or that high school gym the Hardys wrestled in for Omega?
Oh, that's a tough one, honestly. It's so, I think this gym is bigger and there's more people. So I think this is more because there's so many people there.
I was leaning towards the FMW crowd too, but yeah, both crowds were definitely buck. One of my notes was like, knowing what I know now about merchandise in 2017, there's at least like $28,000 in FMW t-shirts worn by the trainees surrounding the ring. Like, there are some treats out there, and I was like, shit. I wish I was around during this time to cop some t-shirts. Yeah, Mike said he nodded off, but I thought this match was like pretty fucking sick. Like, we've been generally pretty down on lucha, and I know this is not traditional lucha, but like when like El Hijo del Santo enters the ring, like, it's electric. And like, I'm not a big Negro Casas fan. I know like during the late 90s he was like the dude, but it was really fun to watch both these guys wrestle each other in front of such an active crowd. I think it was really fun.
Yeah, I still wouldn't go as a definite watch, but I am not giving Santo his due. He does like a few really cool moves in this. Like when he kicks Negro Casas off the top rope, it's pretty sweet, and the crowd fucking loses it. And he does like that weird tumble into the dive outside.
Yes.
So he does do cool shit. But I mean, there's also a lot of Goto fighting Tim Patterson in this match, and like that is not as exciting. Or Onita versus Horace Boulder. That shit's not that great. But yeah, I mean, all the lucha shit was actually really good in this.
I was like, who the fuck is Tim Patterson? And I looked it up, and I guess he was like some guy that like appeared like on WWF TV in the 80s as well. But yeah, like you and I are in the right to like not recognize this guy because he kind of didn't do much. The last match of the night, Hiroshi Hase versus Jun Akiyama. I think this is from 1998, Tokyo Dome, which I'm guessing is May 5th because that's when All Japan ran their Tokyo Dome shows. I'm smart.
It's May 1st, I think, but close enough.
Yeah, Golden Week. I kind of wish the idea of Dragon Gate started sooner and employed Jun Akiyama as their ace, because man, what a fucking hunk this guy is in 1998, right? He's so good looking. He has that Jet Li, like, I don't know what movie, Fist of Legend hair? He's rocking it. I've seen this match before, but like I kind of don't remember any of it, which makes me sad because that means like a dueling, like, sexy hips battle didn't happen between the two. And that should have happened. That would have been pretty sick. Hiroshi Hase, top 5 coolest movesets of all time, I think. He has a giant swing. He has the Uranage. He fucking invented the Northern Light Suplex, which, you know, I know Alicia Fox is now the king of that move, but I mean, he did invent it. And he does his sexy hips. So, I mean, like, man, you can't pick a better moveset than that. During this match, there's like an exploder suplex or a Uranage exchange that really, really blew my dick back. I was really hyped for that shit. I thought this match was pretty good. I heard the commentators, they said, senpai kohai, and I guess that's like the underlying story to this match, which means like, you know, varsity, junior varsity type deal between these two. But yeah, the storyline kind of makes sense, right? Like both of these guys are like pretty strong supporting characters on their rosters, but they were never really like the focal points during this time. So I think like in this aspect, it's pretty cool that these two faced off. And, I'm gonna say a pretty solid recommend that you should watch this match. It's pretty long, but I thought it was pretty fun and worth watching. What'd you think?
So yeah, I don't think there's any world where I saw this match before today, but I don't know. It's amazing because both of these guys are two guys that I always see, and I'm like, they look like somebody else, and I can never place it. But one of these days, I'm gonna place, like, they both look exactly like somebody else. I can't. But I think it's like, in my mind, I think it's like a white person. So I'm just like, they're like the Asian version of that white guy, but I can't think of who it is. But anyways,
like Hiro Hase looks like Tom Selleck, sort of, with that mustache.
Yeah, that's what I was like going for, but I was like, man, is it Tom Selleck? Like, I just like, it's just on the tip of my tongue, and I can't commit to it. But, I think it might be more of age, but my first reaction was Hiroshi Hase ever on the gas? Because he doesn't have a steroid jacked up body on this, but he does have the after steroid kind of like droopy tit body. So maybe he was on the gas. I don't know, but it could just because he was older. So the first, I don't know, 8 or 10 minutes of this is wrestling, kind of leg locks on the floor. And I was getting real pissed, like instantly, just like, because, like, I mean, at the end of it, like, I appreciated it, but this match kind of reminded me that, and I can't wait for somebody on the internet to, actually me the shit on this, because, like, I know it's gonna fucking happen, but right now I'm gonna speak like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But, this is kind of like what Strong Style started out as. This was like what Strong Style was until now, where it's like, it's just this bastardized thing where it's either New Japan, these dudes slapping the fuck out of each other, or it's just some bozo on the independent scene that's like, I'm this strong style, and it has like nothing to do with strong style. It just thinks it sounds cool. But this was like, when I first heard the term strong style, I associated it with this specific type of match with, where it goes into leg locks, and then it goes into like the fighting spirit, like segments. And then it goes into like, it's so much different from New Japan style now because, spoiler alert, this match only ends with one finisher. And it just ends, and it's actually kind of a shock to see because you're expecting like 87 finishers, but it kind of just ends with one finisher. There's a shot 14 minutes into this match. It is Hiroshi Hase doing his giant swing to Akiyama, and the camera's pulled away. It's a stationary shot, and it's like above the ring, but it's in a corner, and you just see all of the photographers like huddled onto the apron, and he's just swinging around. This is like the most beautiful shot I think I've ever seen in wrestling. It's like, it's worth watching it just for this shot. It is like, it's like, I can't believe they didn't steal this shot for some kind of movie. But I guess that proves that a lot of directors don't watch Proleso. So they don't, but they should watch this match, and they, like, somebody would definitely steal this shot, cause it's like, it is a work of art. Like that whole thing is just fucking amazing. Yeah, that Uranage part is crazy. I'm on record on this podcast of being like, I was never a fan of Hiroshi Hasi because I think he looks kind of like a creep. But, yeah. But you know, maybe I'll get into him more now because he does have cool moves. Yeah, it's just kind of like I said, this match is cool, but I do think it's like the pacing now to like what this match would be now if it was in like a New Japan ring or even maybe an All Japan ring is just like completely different than when it was, almost 20 years ago. And, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but it's still brutal, but it's still like more methodical and more stuff. So I do think this is, I would recommend this match. I don't think I could watch this type of shit every day, but I still think it's pretty good.
Man, that G1 fucked us up, dude. Like,
yeah, it did, man.
It's really weird to watch wrestling 20 years ago now.
Yeah, dude, because fucking Kenny Omega does that or Kenny Omega and Naito, they do that top rope power bomb into a Hurricane Rana reversal, which was only used to be available in video games, or if you were like 98 pounds. And now they're just doing it in fucking wrestling matches, and like you're supposed to go back and just think, oh, the wrestling matches are cool. It's impossible. Like they broke it, man. It's like wrestling matches are never going to be cool anymore.
Oh man. That was episode 47 of the Virtual Pros podcast. Hit us on Instagram and Twitter at VRTL Pros. Hit us on SoundCloud. Hit that heart. I like it. Hit us on iTunes. Leave a review. And if you haven't already, tag Bloody Disgusting and just like run off your AKAs. And I just want them to be confused about it. That'd be pretty funny.
Yes. That would
Mike,
be funny.
Any last words?
Thank you. I guess that's a good last word.
Thank you, guys. I really don't want to wear that shirt, episode 48, but I have a feeling. Thanks for listening.